Jody Mitic joins us. How was Mitic Mondays at Boston Pizza last night? Good?
It was pretty good. We had, I think the head count was almost 75, 80 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Coming out to watch the amazing race with
Yeah, it
you.
was awesome. We had friends and family and family of friends and all kind. We had some people that were just there.
Yeah.
And suddenly they've turned the show on and they stayed for the hour and had a good time.
I watched last night's episode. I was impressed with you and your brother.
We
made a move.
We made a move. We made a move. Yeah, we had a plan. We stuck to it. That was the thing. Like, if I never seen any of this, right?
Right.
And,
Yeah, it's all a surprise to you, just like everybody else.
And watching how many teams would switched back and forth and like
Between the tasks last night?
like just going from drawing to dancing and dancing to drawing and like, you know.
You and your brother immediately went for the drawing of the calligraphy of Chinese symbols.
Well, yeah, like, you know, I go to a dragon dance. Come on, with these things.
What, you couldn't dragon dance with those? Come on.
Not for a contest. And I thought, you know, we're both pretty good with the pens. You know, we got good memories. We did, and we pulled it off first try. So.
One of the funniest moments of last night's show is Jody's brother ends up going to the speed skating oval used in the Vancouver Olympics.
Oh yeah.
And he has to do a couple laps around the oval. Jody, for some reason, can't do that. I don't know why.
Couldn't get the skates on.
Yeah, I couldn't get the skates on. So anyway, his brother, what did he say? He goes, you don't know, you don't understand how sore my legs are.
Like,
Jody goes, yeah, I don't understand how sore your legs are.
He's like, you don't know what it's like to walk on these things. It's so painful. Something like that.
Yeah.
But he was so, as soon as he got the skates on, it, you know, I guess it was like just a vice on his feet.
Yeah.
And he was walking and he's like snarling, and I thought the raging.
Those skates are supposed to be a couple sizes small. Like they're supposed
Are
to
they?
be incredibly
I've had them on.
tight. They're painful.
Yeah.
Can I ask, because now you're watching, you got family and friends around you, but you know what was going on, but they have to condense it into a very short time.
Yeah.
So are you surprised at what they keep and what they're editing?
A little bit, because there was a point like on that subway, the Canada Line train or whatever it's called.
You had to get the subway, right? Yeah.
Cory and I, we had this big blow up that we thought
between the two of you?
Oh yeah. And it was the most ridiculous thing. It was based because, you know, like, I like to stand back and watch things as they play out, and Cory wanted to just stand right in the middle of the crowd and wait for the train. And I'm like, well, why don't we just sit back here? We can watch. He's like, well, fuck. We can stand over here. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll stand over here. You stand there. And he's like, we're both snapping at each. I'm getting annoyed because he's getting annoyed.
Right.
And then when the train pulls in, I'm like, hey, you're right. We should stand where you are. And he's like, oh, now you want to stand here, right? And I'm just like, what, dude? Relax.
It's
we get on the
interesting.
train. I'm like, buddy, and we just start.
It's the pressure of it, right?
But they didn't show that.
They didn't show any of it.
They didn't show it.
They didn't show any of it. I guess because Cory and I, we ran our own race yesterday too. Like, we weren't with, like, I think Dave and Jet.
No alliances there.
Yeah, no alliance.
The beauty of last night's show for you guys is you were in 7th after show 1, and you moved up and finished 3rd last night.
Yeah.
You passed a lot of people, and
We had no idea.
The binoculars did well for you, right? Because you got that right away.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, with the editing, Cory's actually the one that saw it first.
Oh, did he?
And he's like, I think I see it. And he hands me the binoculars, and I'm like, yep, that's him. And then we took off. But we were only up there maybe 5-6 minutes. I heard one of the teams was up there for like an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so and you don't get to know that exact time when you're watching, but, like, you know, you get the elapsed time thing.
Yeah,
you get this feeling.
Well,
It's like
later.
being up there for an hour would drive you out of your mind.
Oh, I wouldn't even be able to think about it. Like, because I'm breaking up the ground, telling Cory, like, this is how you search the ground, you know, right to left, near, far, middle. And he's like, okay, and he's looking around, and then we're trying to figure out where to look. And, you know, even when we first saw it, we're like, what is that, a field? Like, because it's a green roof.
It's a green roof
on the
one of
convention
those
center.
grass roofs, right?
Yeah, and then finally when we finally figured out where it was, we just jumped in the cab, and then you had to go find a door, and everyone's like, yeah, I don't know. We like ended up running into like the cruise room, and they're all just like trying to.
That's hilarious.
You don't see us.
Yeah.
Next week you're in Cowtown.
Yeah.
The Stampede City.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And things are starting to get a bit nasty amongst different teams, so we'll see how that develops.
Yeah, there might be a little bickering between the teams.
Yeah,
you know, a little drama.
Good. That makes for
little
the show.
reality TV.
So good.
Hey, it's a race for
And,
a quarter
and it's a
million
competition, you know. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at those jerks," and look at what she said. And I'm like, guys, it's just smack talk. you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
that's how it works.
We got to run. Jody Mitic will join us next
So
week
cool.
to review the next episode of The Amazing Race, which is Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. But if you're smart and use time shift, you can watch it at 8.
For us,
Thanks,
because
brother.
we get up early.
Hey,
Good to see you. Good luck
thanks.
next week.
Nice to
All right,
see
good
you.
luck. Good luck.
Yeah.